Hi guys, the end of May continues to delight us with new news. Sony has officially announced that Aaron Taylor Johnson will play Kraven the Hunter in a solo film. And this news is notable for the fact that this actor has already taken part in one of the films of the Marvel Cinematic Universe Avengers of the Age of Ultron. And this moment raises a lot of questions for fans. What will the film about Kraven be like? Does this mean there's no hope for a Tom Holland Venom crossover? Is it true that Sony will break the agreement with Marvel? And we'll talk about all this in the next couple of minutes, so please like and subscribe to the channel. Well, we're getting started. But first let's talk about Kraven, the film with this character Sony wanted to release a very long time ago. The project even has a release date of January 13, 2023. But there is one small problem fans don't understand. How can this character exist alone in the movie and without Spider-Man? This is, of course, very strange, because in the comics, Kraven is positioned as a potential Spider-Man hunter, so we hope that everything goes according to plan at Sony and we will see this duo on the same screen. But nevertheless, actor Aaron Taylor Johnson will actually play Kraven in the film, and that's a fact. Another notable fact for Kraven is the actor's contract. Sources added to the announcement that Aaron Taylor Johnson has signed an agreement for several films at once, and this is not surprising because actor Jared Leto has also signed a contract for several films. It can be said that Sony actually has big plans for movies, and now it's clear why Aaron will have so many movies with them. It is also known that the role of Kraven was offered to Keanu Reeves himself. Sony has also been in contact with Brad Pitt and Adam Driver. But as we already know, Sony chose Aaron. But before we start talking about what his casting means for the Sony and Marvel universes, let's tell you about this character. The real name of the hunter Kraven Sergei Kravenov. He was a Russian aristocrat, but the communists took everything from him. The guy fled the country to Kenya, where he discovered the talent of a hunter, and also drank a magic potion that increased his strength. This is if we talk about it briefly. Contrary to popular belief, Kraven was not a villain, but rather the opposite. It is known that in one of the comics in 1959, he along with Nick Fury, joined the team of Defenders of the Earth. But in the end, it turned out that he liked being a lone wolf, which he did, and then sent his forces to hunt superhumans. One of the victims was Sabretooth, whom Sergei successfully shot. After that, Kraven started looking for even stronger ones, where he eventually settled on Spider-Man. But Kraven always lost to Parker, and this angered him even more, which, by the way, was the reason for the release of the comic book The Last Hunt, where Kraven defeated Spider-Man. However, Sergei was so fixated on hunting Spider-Man that after reaching the goal, his interest in life disappeared, and I think you know what he did after that. But he was soon resurrected, and he appeared many more times in the comics. His strength surpasses that of Captain America, and his agility is equal to that of Spider-Man. He is also an expert in all kinds of traps, poisons, and potions. And the only problem is that, as we mentioned, this character is closely related to Spider-Man. Most likely, the story of Sergei will be replaced in the cinema, since a lot of time has passed since the Communist Revolution. Also known for one funny situation, in a 2018 interview, the film's screenwriter states that the solo film simply adapts the storyline of The Last Hunt. Richard Wing explained that he is working deeply on the personality of Sergei, and the film's script provides for a full-fledged battle with Spider-Man. I would also like to point out that Richard compared his script in terms of violence and atmosphere to the film Kill Bill, but in their new interview they refuted this information. It would be interesting to watch a movie in this style. Would you be interested? Write your opinion in the comments. But nevertheless, you know that Hollywood is a place where the script can change 15 times, and as Zack Snyder's experience has shown, this can happen even after filming. Sony may well change the script by making a fleeting villain, as it did in the Venom movie. The only trouble is that there are no such characters in Kraven's world. And in the Sony universe too. But you can also dream of facing off against Tom Holland or Andrew Garfield, especially in the wake of the latest rumors that Andrew Garfield may return to the role of Spider-Man, but for now these are just theories. But let's talk about something else. Recall that Aaron Taylor Johnson played Quicksilver in the Avengers movie, and at first glance it's a huge problem that seems to have put an end to the intersection of Sony and Marvel characters. It would be stupid if the guys put all the Sony characters in the project, in some secret group, and next to the Scarlet Witch there would be Quicksilver, who plays a completely different role. Hollywood doesn't usually do this, and I want to say that this is a hint that Sony is not going to release any crossovers. And she plans to develop her universe separately. But it is also known that Marvel takes actors twice. The most striking example is Gemma Chan, who plays one of the main roles in the Eternals. She already played a minor role in Captain Marvel, and nothing stopped Kevin Feige from taking it again. Largely because the last time Gemma played the heroine, covered in makeup beyond recognition. But Kraven will also have to make up, the costume and appearance, hair color and all the details of the hunter will be radically different from the previous role, right? And, most likely, the vast majority will not understand what happened, so the problem of casting Aaron Taylor Johnson is largely exaggerated. All the difficulties between Marvel and Sony are related to money and contracts, and I think that the guys will somehow solve such a small thing. So the big question remains, even if Kraven's script is changed so that Spider-Man isn't in it, the problem of Parker's absence will get stronger and stronger with each film. If the logical villains for the Avengers can be dozens of characters from Thanos to Galactus, then the other guys have a worse situation. They do not have much choice. You cannot make films about Venom, Morbius and Kraven, not realizing that the logical conclusion of this story will be the battle of the team with Spider-Man. Apart from him, there is no more organic opponent who could stand up to this group that Sony is creating. Yes, there is a Carnage, which theoretically affects the level of threat that the Avengers are fighting, but it is, first, already there in Venom 2, and secondly, even if Sony makes a group film about how all the characters fight the Carnage, without Spider-Man in it cannot do. This is a vicious circle that will always rely on Peter Parker. And such aggressive announcements once again hint that Sony has a plan, perhaps even several plans. I can say that there is too much noise around the multiverse, and all the new Spider-World characters. And the Japanese have a lot of options. They can easily add Tom Holland to this universe and create a Sinister Six. They can easily bring back Andrew Garfield or Tobey Maguire. They can really do absolutely anything. Personally, we would choose Andrew Garfield, as his story is already more revealed. Unlike Tom Holland's Spider, this is an adult and independent version of the Spider, because he is used to living without any mentors. But again, there are many options, and it is pointless to guess who exactly the guys will choose. So here is such, we're news friends. So, guys, this was all the news for today about Spider-Man, so wait for the new videos. See you later.